Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's his next move? Let's find out in the chart, shall we? Oh my God, that sounds like a great title. I wonder if I'm going to use that as a title. Anyways, Bitcoin, oh my God. It was like, yeah, I'm going to take off to the moon now. And no. And now we're back up again. And you know what, honestly, if we were looking at this and I'm like, there's some bad news here, really bad news. We're gonna be talking about that in today's episode and more. So make sure you stay tuned. And if you wanna trade any of this, right, you can do so by heading over to bybit.davincij15.com. Links are in the description, nice and easy to get, and also in the comment section below. Oh my goodness. Well, the weekend has been a rough weekend. It's been up and down and under. And we just can't seem to get Bitcoin to go up to the moon. It just wants to go down only. And it's getting worse. But there is a bright side. We're going to talk about that as well. Same way we're going to be talking about Ethereum and what Ethereum is doing. And we're going to figure out what we can do for a trade in the next little while. So make sure you watch all the way to the end and enjoy. Hit this like, subscribe, bell button, and all. And remember, this is not financial advice. Make sure you do your own research before you put any money in the market. All right, so let's head over to the charts once again. Oh boy, I'm looking at this. 1, I'm looking at this. 2, I'm looking at this. 3, I'm looking at this. 4, I'm looking at this. 5. That is 5 tests of the bottom. So what does that mean? It means that if we continue to hammer the bottom, the buyers are going to give up. The people who are buying on all 5 points here are going to say, okay, so you want to sell lower? You want to sell the price down to 2,500, 25,000? Fine. I'll buy there. Okay? So that's the situation we're at. And it doesn't look good if we roll over and touch the $30,000 level again. And I told you guys, right? I mean, I've said way back when that even up here, we still were at 60% chance down and 40% chance up. So, and it's still the same, and now it's getting even worse. We're now, I would say we'd have to move the chances of us going down up to 70% with the lack of bullish mustard that we're getting here on Bitcoin. So basically we have to go, trend's your friend, man, till the end, and it ain't the end. So we aren't seeing any kind of turnaround at all. The volume, I thought we'd have some sort of volume push, right? The only good news I got for you, is if we end up here, this whole situation, end up around the 40,000 mark, before we break the 30,000 mark, this will get broken. I think the bears are done. They're tired. They can't handle some more pushing down here at this level. They're gone. They're going to be gone for good. But we got to get up there. That's the problem, right? And it's not. It doesn't look like we can do it. It doesn't look like we have enough steam to push us up there. So all we got is shorts. All we have to do is short here. We can see, right, this is happening here. It doesn't look good. It's not the greatest thing to happen, right? Nobody wants to see down market, but we all want to party on the up markets, but you can make money either way when you go long or you go short. And this is time to just let it go. Just go short. Going down the shorter time frames, you want to jump in on a short. There isn't anything particular on the longer time frames, but there's lots of information here. All we see is M's everywhere, right? Just non-stop M's here. And so you can see that this thing is not, this is like, whoops, bloodbath territory here that we're going into. Not a lot of positivity to convey, people. Not at all. These are the breakpoints where of all these M's, and you can see that, you know, the targets, not big targets for shorts, but you know, you could take small bites out of the market every once in a while, and you know, that's what it wants. That's what it's providing us right here. A little bit of bites, so that you can like try to get this thing down. Now we got burned on the of course on this long, the last trade, which was a long, and you know, that's how ball bounces, right? You got to understand, you can't always guarantee that these things are going to work out the way, these trading setups are going to work out the way you want them to work out. Sometimes they do, right? This, you can see a W right here that worked out, even though, you know, it gave you a little bit of a spook, and there off it went. And yeah, sometimes it doesn't. So you just gotta make sure that you have, you know, you take, you know, the precautions on how much you're going to short and how much you're going to go long, and don't go too heavy on and bet everything on any particular one trade. That's the worst thing you could do. Is always use proper money management and only use 5% of whatever you've got left in the positive, 5% of what you got deposited in the exchange. So if you're depositing at Bybit, right, up here, like bybit.davincij15.com, and you open up an account, make sure you do, only 5% of whatever you got in that account. So if you just take your deposit bonus and you walk away, and leave the deposit bonus in there, then trade with that, and only 5% of that should you use at the same time for any kind of bet, and then, you know, you'll always have money left over to continue playing the game. Okay, let's take a look at now that we take a look at the shorter time frames. Once we get down there, you can see there's a bigger M. Kind of a bigger M here if you just ignore if you just focus on the candle bodies and not the what's it called, the wicks. And you can see, oh boy, I know it's a somber moment, just non-stop emming out everywhere you go. And everybody wants to see prices go up. They don't want to see prices go down, because then, you know, you lose the momentum. You lose the people who are interested just for main gains, don't really understand the system, but that's okay. It goes to money that the coins go into stronger hands and over time. So that's just the way the ball bounces. All right. So can this thing turn around and go a little bit higher? Yes, it can. But that's the odds are that we're not doing that in the next little while. You see that even on you can see that here in the RSI, that the volume, everything is trending down. From here, you can see also here. Let's see here. Let me just. This is trending down. So nothing exciting to take home with this whole situation. So let's trade this the way we're supposed to trade this, right? And get some money that way. And it's definitely a downward market from here. Okay, let's head over to Ethereum. Before we head over to Ethereum, let's head over to the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is like bouncing off of my trend line here like crazy. This trend line is a very critical point. We break through that, we're heading up to the 52-ish%. Let's not break that, because then, yeah, the alts are going to bleed heavily. And so, but whilst they're bleeding heavily, there is an opportunity. There's an opportunity to buy. And if you want to see what I'm buying, you can head over to davincij15.com, and subscribe today, and you can see what I'm buying, how much I'm buying, and also how to set up those buy orders, right? On what's it called, Coinigy, and also Binance as well. So check that out if you want to get some trades also as well. We also have Lee as our trader there that will help you through some trades as well. So check that out. As also, don't forget, you will also be able to watch this live and then afterwards we do Q&A. So make sure, all you guys here, make sure you leave some questions for me, right? At the end of the show, right? Make sure you put in at DaVinciJ15 and then your question, and I will answer it at the end of the show. Okay. Let's head over to Ethereum. Oh man, looking at that monthly chart is just like a nightmare situation happening here. We're dragging down. And the reason why we could always drag down to 500, and you're thinking, no way, no way, no way. The issue is, we went like 100x from the bottom, right? Keep that in mind. The bottom was like less than $50 and it went to 4,500. So yeah, that was almost 100x. So if we get just down to 500, that's a 10x from last year's bottom. So yeah, kind of like a possibility here, looking more and more like a possibility that we head all the way to $500 on Ethereum. Hopefully we do it fast. The faster we do it, the faster we recover and start moving back up. The slower we do it, of course, the slower it's going to take to recover. So let's get this bear market over with so that we can get into the bull market cycle once again. But with that said, the trend is your friend until the end, and it ain't the end until the fat lady sinks. And we can see the fat lady is sinking, and not just singing, she's practically sinking into the quicksand as this thing tries to break. First, it broke above the resistance, right? This was resistance turned support now, and then now it's broken and back down, and now it turned to resistance again. The likelihood that we go up from here is less than 30%. It's practically not happening. There's more likely we're gonna break through these sets of resistance levels, all these purple lines, and just blow through them all, right? Again, and then head us all the way to $1,500, and then we have to look at the possibility of going to 500. Oh boy, I'm in shock and awe. Okay, well, it is nothing. There's nothing we can do. We just have to don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it and let it go. Just let go. You can see lots of M's here, lots of M's, lots of like, okay, we're dying here, people, so just walk away. Just walk away and we'll leave you with your lives. All absolute brutalness with the Bitcoin and Ethereum price. Nothing to say we're going to survive this as of yet. But hopefully, 1,500, we bounce off of that for some strange reason, majorly, and just cut through all the resistance levels up here, but unlikely. That's just breathing hopium. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see if our hopium comes in and gives us a huge win, a huge bounce, and breaking through and closing well above into these areas up here, the 22, above the 2200 level. Too much opium, man. Too much opium. It's not likely, unfortunately. Anyways, that's all I'm going to be talking about today. A little bit sad about Bitcoin not getting up to where it wants, where we all want it to be. That's above the 42K and closing above that, because then we're heading up to 50K and then up to 65K and then up to 100K, and yeah. But will we get there? Will we get to the 100K eventually? Yes, we will. The Federal Reserve has guaranteed that for sure, that you are going to be taken care of. Don't worry. They'll print more money. And that's why Bitcoin's real. Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Thanks for watching. Cheers.